Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video on Lumber Capital Log Yard. Today we are busy milling pine to make these boxes that we've been working on for the past few months. And we have a few different designs that we have been working on, and we're eager to show them off to you guys today. So let's get into this video. First off, before I talk more about the boxes, let's first mill the lumber to make them. The next log we have ready to roll onto the mill is actually a butt log, so we're thinking we might get some clear pine out of it. I don't know, I'm hoping. So you guys can see some of this beautiful clear pine that I've seen before. It's something to witness, it really is. Anyhow, these pine boxes are not to put bodies in. We're gonna put wood, soil, all kinds of fun stuff. But before I talk more about that, let's mill up this bad boy. Hopefully get a few clear pieces out of it. We'll have to see. So we did manage to get a few clear boards out of that log. All three top boards on this pile are clear. These are all flitches, but nice clear boards. And then we did get a 5/4 by 12 inch board over here. The only issue with this is that you flip it over and there are knots, which it might not matter for certain projects. So we're gonna stick it in the clear pile anyhow, but that was a little bit disappointing. I mean, they have to start somewhere, and the closer you get to the middle, the more knots there are gonna be. Now back to what we are actually trying to get out of those logs. We have 1/2 inch by 12 inch wide boards in both 10 and 12 foot lengths. Doesn't really matter for what we're doing. And what we actually did was cut it a little tiny bit over 1/2 inch. You wouldn't probably even be able to tell with the measuring tape, but boss said they needed to be a little bit strong, so I cut it at 17/32 instead of 1/2 inch, which is just 1/32 over 1/2 inch. So not that much, very tiny bit, but didn't want it to be too thin, so that's what we did. And man, you can get a lot more boards out of a log when you cut 1/2 inch instead of 1 inch. I'm just so used to cutting 1 inch and over, nothing really under an inch. So when we cut 1/2 inch like this, I'm like, wow, we got so many boards out of this, but really same amount of wood, right? Anyways, let's get to talking about what we're actually going to be making out of this lumber. So we've been working on a few different styles for these boxes, and we think that we're actually going to offer quite a few different options for these little boxes, but we have a few ideas for ourselves about how we're going to use them to sell some of our different products, and one of them is chunk wood. So chunk wood for barbecuing. This is hickory. Great, yummy stuff. We're going to be doing more barbecuing stuff and how to actually use this stuff the right way in future videos. But for now, this is basically a box, what one of them looks like. You can see this 1/2 inch pine, exactly what we were cutting. Nice handles. I really like how we were doing the handles. Now, what we're going to be using these for, now you can see these are a little bit different of a style. Can see how the handles are. We also have this. We haven't really decided how which one we like more yet, but like I said, I think we're going to offer a few different options here. This one has little stands or little legs, as you can see, but our idea for these is to use them as planter boxes, because as you guys know, one of the things that we've been working on, one of our new products, is potting soil, and we have these nice burlap bags that we're going to be putting the soil in, but we thought, wouldn't it be nice if we also sold a little planter to go along with it? So for $42 you can get a planter, which these are a little too big. We're thinking maybe a little smaller than this, or maybe offer multiple sizes. We don't really know yet, but right there in the burlap bag, the soil and your planter. And there you have it. For $42 you have a planter, some soil, and a nice burlap bag, and you are ready to go for spring. So there's also a few more products that we're hoping to sell in these little pine boxes that we've been working on. One being cookwood. Cookwood's very similar to chunkwood. It's hickory. Our stuff is hickory. It's more the size of a firewood piece, a little bit smaller than a firewood piece, but we're going to talk more about how to use these in other videos. Same with the chunk wood, like I already mentioned. Another thing is charcoal. You guys, these boxes are the perfect thing to sell our charcoal in. Charcoal is also a lot lighter than this cookwood. I was thinking bringing this box over, how we might need a little bit more durable of a box for our cookwood, because honestly this thing weighs so freaking much. Jade and I had to teamwork it over. So I'm literally thinking maybe these boxes won't work the greatest for the cookwood, because we wouldn't want the little handles breaking off on customers. I don't know, I'll have to talk to the boss about that. But this is more just what we've been doing lately, is just trying to think up ideas, and we're coming up with a little bit different styles of the boxes. Obviously this one might need a little bit more reinforcement, stuff like that. We're just trying to figure it out, and we're hoping that as far as the planter boxes go, which I'm extra excited about, the boss, because he loves grilling, he's really into the cookwood and the chunk wood, and he can't wait to throw this stuff on the barbecue. But me, I like gardening, so I'm more into the planting, the planter boxes and the potting soil, and I honestly can't wait to see what this looks like when there's actually something growing in it. We did leave, as you can see inside here, cracks for draining. That's just how we're doing the draining right now. We're thinking that we might maybe drill holes in it. We wouldn't want the potting soil to fall out, so we just have to experiment with that a little bit more. Hopefully, maybe you guys have some ideas for us you can share in the comments section. I think I about covered everything. That's it for today's video, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. You can also turn on your notifications bell so you don't miss out whenever I post something new. Other than that, I guess we'll see you guys next time.